everybody, Edo here, and this is Star Wars Unlock the Escape Game. My good friend Seth gave me this copy to check out just for fun before he gets to it. If you're not familiar with the Unlock series, they are escape game like many other, which means you're going to get a series of one-time only sort of puzzles to work through over the course of an hour typically. This one's unique because you can replay it and reuse the cards. You don't like cut things up or tear them, and it involves using an app along the way. So super excited. Again, I think I've played all of them or almost all of them. So was very curious. And so first off, there's a couple differences. This is in the three box system they've moved to. They used to be smaller boxes, so that's the same. You need a different app. This was confusing at first, but this doesn't use the Unlock app you've been using for the last 10 games. This is a new Star Wars app. Presumably because Disney needed to own the app or whatever, I have no idea. But you have to do the other one, and maybe that means there'll be more of these, which I think would be great. And there are a few differences for those who are familiar with Unlocks that I think are nice additions. One is an entire solution guide. This thing is awesome. It is so well done. We got tripped up on one at the very end, which we ended up looking at. But just generally speaking, I'm not gonna I don't want to open it, but really good line by line and how to think about it solutions. This is great. I don't know cost the extra, but this really makes a big difference. I thought it was really well done. There are the 3 different missions. They have this trainer mission like they all do, but they themed it to Star Wars, which is great. And the other little nuance that I thought was interesting is all of them come with 6 advantage cards, which essentially are hints for one of the puzzles, but you shuffle them up, you pick 3, I think you could do it randomly or by the title of them, and then they give you some thematic hints for puzzles later on. And it makes those puzzles slightly easier, but it's a nice little way to soften it up. I will say, this is an Unlock for new Unlock players. If you've been playing Unlock after Unlock after Unlock, the first 2 of these, which are rated easy, are easy. You're going to roll right through them. The last one, which is a 2, is harder, feels about what you'd expect from a standard Unlock. But I think it's appropriate, right? I feel like when you come in, you're going to hey, we're going to brand this Star Wars. It means you're trying to get to a broader audience, and making it accessible and engaging goes a long way, so I think that works. And just generally speaking, quickly, with an Unlock, you have a couple different things. Essentially, you have red cards and blue cards that get put together, and you add up the total, so 42 plus 16 is 58. If these were correct, 58 would be the next card in the series. You toss these based on what the card says. If it's incorrect, you'll get penalized. These also have these code doors where you're searching for answers, and then you need to find the right 4 numbers in the right order, like 3271 or whatever. And then there are the machines. The machines are you use the app, and then you do all sorts of fun stuff with the app. Well, sometimes you have to look through the app. Sometimes you have to talk. Sometimes you have to I don't know, spin it, solve a touch puzzle, any sort of little mini game you could ever think of doing, then some, with a lot of AR is in there. Sometimes you got to point at the cards. Lots of cool stuff. They used to be a little bit basic, but they've leveled it up and they're a lot better now. There is one in here that is such an amazing overlay of app, Star Wars, and, just fan in here. It was amazing. It was the moment that the whole thing was worth it. It was that little experience was awesome. I can't spoil it. I could. I'm not gonna. But that one delivered. Now, in terms of the different missions and stuff, again, if you're a Star Wars fan, I think the first... Oh, there's all sorts of different Star Wars fans. The first 2 episodes are or decks or whatever, they have a really good pace. They're easy, but they're thematic, and they're very classic Star Wars vibe to them. You really feel like you're just sort of in these very traditional Star Wars film environments. And I mean, the art's gorgeous. Everything works fine. It's flawless, but it feels familiar. And I guess, getting more and more into The Mandalorian and extended stuff in Star Wars, the sort of super familiar tropes are starting to get less interesting for me. But they're really well done. I mean, it's hard to criticize it. They're just, you enjoy it, you go through it, there's some really cool moments, the puzzles are fun. The last one is sort of the most open-ended and is, I think, the most that feels like, oh, this is like an unlock. Not as like tied to like a narrative speed as the other ones, but a really good unlock. So if you like Star Wars and you've never done an unlock, unlocks are amazing. Check this out. These are great. You can play them by yourselves. You can play them with your family. You can play them with a couple people. They really are tons of fun. I love them. There's no reason not to love this. If you're Star Wars and you've played a ton of unlocks and you're a fan, I think it's great. Just know that it's on the easier side, but whatever, that's fine. It's still interesting puzzles and new experiences, and a couple, like, some really crafty things, and a couple of the, like, how would anyone knows that? And this is really, the one we ended up looking up at the end was like, I get it, but come on. Anyway, and like, if you don't like Star Wars, just go play some unlocks. Like, I don't think this one is better than any of the other unlocks. There's some fabulous unlocks. I wouldn't say this is my favorite 3 unlocks of all time. And if you don't like unlocks, this isn't going to make you like unlocks. It's pretty much the same thing. So I think I covered all the bases. Definitely recommended. I think a lot of people are going to enjoy this. So Star Wars Unlock the Escape Game. Hey everybody, Edo here, and thanks for watching Gaming with Edo. Reviews over here on this playlist, League and Insider videos over here on this one. Subscribe, share, all that good stuff. But most importantly, play some great games. Thanks.